Hello dear viewers, my name is Farid Nouri and I'm a migration consultant in Germany. As you know, in my previous video I explained for you the requirements for a German permanent residence permit for those who are entitled with asylum or refugee protection in Germany. Today I would like to explain for you the requirements for a German permanent residence permit for those who have a Subsidiärer Schutz, which in English means subsidiary protection, Abschiebungsverbot, which in English means ban on deportation, Ausbildungsduldung, which in English means a Duldung for a vocational training, and a Beschäftigungsduldung, which in English means a Duldung for a work or an employment. But first of all, it's worth mentioning that if you have a German permanent residence permit or Niederlassungserlaubnis, you can live permanently in Germany, and contrary to a regular residence, you do not need to have your permanent residence permit extended frequently. With this type of a residence permit, you're allowed to live, to study, to work, or to go to school in any city of Germany you want to, without any restrictions imposed on you by the German authorities. A subsidiary protection or Subsidiärer Schutz is a type of 1-year protection in Germany, which is given by the Federal Office for Migration and Refugees of Germany to those asylum seekers who are faced with serious threat or damage from both state and non-state actors of their home country. And the privileges of this type of a protection in Germany are second after the 3 years protections in Germany. Based on this type of a protection, the asylum seeker can then get a 1-year residence permit based on Section 25, Paragraph 2, second alternative of Sentence 1 of German Residence Act from his or her respective foreigner's office or Ausländerbehörde. A ban on deportation or Abschiebungsverbot is also a type of protection in Germany, which is given by the Federal Office of Migration and Refugees of Germany to those asylum seekers whose life and freedom are in serious danger in their home country. And that is why they cannot be deported from Germany. Those who get this type of a protection then usually get a 1-year residence permit based on Section 25, Paragraph 3 of German Residence Act. It's worth mentioning that if you don't have a national passport of your home country and it's not possible for you to get it from your country's embassy or consulate in Germany, you can get a gray-colored passport named Reiseausweis für Ausländer, which in English means travel document for foreigners from your foreigner's office or Ausländerbehörde. If you have got a subsidiary protection and have a 1-year residence permit, or have got a ban on deportation and have a 1-year residence permit based on it, you can apply for and get a German permanent residence permit after completing the following requirements. First, you must have lived legally at least for 5 years in Germany, which includes the period covered by the preceding asylum process. Second, you must have at least B1 German language certificate. Third, you must have passed the test for the orientation course successfully and have a certificate for it. Fourth, the reasons based on which you are entitled to protection in Germany must still be relevant and must not have been revoked by the Federal Office for Migration and Refugees of Germany. Fifth, your living expenses and the living expenses of your family must be insured, and you must not get any money from job center or social welfare office. Sixth, you must have worked at least for 60 months and have paid the pension insurance contributions in Germany. Seventh, you must have sufficient accommodation for yourself and all your family members living with you. The size of the apartment currently required by the Foreigners Office or Ausländerbehörde varies from one federal state to the other. However, generally speaking, if you have 12 square meters for each adult and 10 square meters for each child under 6 years old in the family, that should be enough. For more information, you can ask the staff of your relevant Foreigners Office and or Ausländerbehörde or refer to a migration counseling office in your city or region. 8. You must have a work permit in Germany. 9th, you must have health insurance. 10th, you must not have a criminal record. It's worth mentioning that those who have completed the vocational training or Ausbildung by having an Ausbildungsduldung in Germany, and after that they have found a work in the same field in which they have done their vocational training, and based on this work they have got a residence permit in Germany, can also apply for and get a German permanent residence permit after 5 years based on the requirements I just mentioned for you. In addition, those who have worked for 30 months with a Beschäftigungsduldung or a Duldung for a work in Germany, and based on that they have got a residence permit in Germany, can also apply for and get German permanent residence permit after 5 years based on the requirements I just mentioned for you. If you want to know more about an Ausbildungsduldung and Beschäftigungsduldung and how to get a residence permit through them, you can watch my other videos concerning these topics in this YouTube channel. It's worth mentioning that you can apply for a permanent residence permit in your respective Foreigners Office or Ausländerbehörde in the city or region you're living in Germany. Yes, dear viewers, thanks a lot for watching my video. If you have any questions concerning the details presented in this video, please do not hesitate to post them below this video and I will be more than happy to answer them for you.